Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. And I want to say Shalom to all Akmanakwath out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled, Other Countries Know Babylon is Falling. Alright? And then in parentheses down here, I say a laughing stock, overflowing pride. I didn't have enough space without it, going on in the next bit, but it really should be a laughing stock overflowing with pride. Okay? And that's what America is. Alright? Babylon. A laughing stock overflowing with pride. And these devils think they're so much better than they really are. They have it inflated, I don't want to say self-worth, but I mean the Edomites, they do, all right, notably Babylonianized, Americanized Edomites, but they have a inflated value of their country, I should say. That's probably the better word. They have an inflated viewpoint, all right, a vain viewpoint, a prideful viewpoint, an outlook on, Babylon, all right, their child, all right, who they love and nurture so much to build it into this fucking demonic ass place of real estate that we have here today. Alright, a hellscape, really. And they think, oh, we have the greatest country in the world. We are the greatest people, the greatest nation, the greatest country, the strongest country. Right? That's what you always hear. We are the strongest country. We have the strongest military force. And other countries know Babylon is falling. They know it's a bunch of bullshit. They know they're filibustering. They're bending the truth. They're stretching the truth. And they're trying to look more advantageous than really they are, because a war right now in this current state of America would not be good, okay? And I actually have a video here that I want to show you now. I won't be able to hear it. I didn't even listen to the video. I just read the little comments. So I'm going to go ahead and actually let you hear the video for the first time here. And I'll read along with the stuff on the bottom. So this is titled, In Case You're American and Curious What's Being Said on Canadian Media. So here you go.
From Donald Trump, this 51st state. I've heard it many times from Donald Trump, this 51st state. What's your takeaway?
Well, they've come off 70 years of failed wars of occupation.
Bear with me actually 1 minute. I want to see if I can get this up. So I can actually pause it to make comments on it as we go. Bear with me. And that's a little wonky out here, so. Alright, here we go.
Well,
And make sure the volume's on. Okay, it should be on.
They've come off 70 years of failed wars of occupation. The American, one thing you have to understand about these comments is that they come from...
I'm not hearing nothing. Give me a minute.
Profound weakness.
Okay.
America really is unfamiliar with Canada, is unfamiliar with America being this weak. They can't hold Baghdad. I'm not sure why they think they can hold Montreal, but I mean they're also being kicked out of Niger, and they are weaker than they've ever been.
They're weaker than they've ever been. It says in a lot of ways they're extremely fragile as a country.
Absolutely no solidarity. They have absolutely no unity.
So they have absolutely no unity, absolutely no solidarity, and that's the thing. They're pissing on the heads of their allies, man. They're pissing on the heads of their allies, right? And they have Germany, and they're fucking with them. You got Elon over there saying, oh, this and that, and trying to push far-right politics over there. And now Germany's pissed off, right? All that shit that he said about Canada, they're pissed off. Saying that they want to take over Greenland. Now the Greenland people are pissed off. Are you trying to fuck over all of the allies? England, that ship has quite sailed, mate. Right? That one's completely gone. All right? If you look at how the average English citizen, all right, your average Brit views America, oh my gosh, you'd be infuriated as a patriotic American. They think you're a fucking joke. They think you're ignorant. They think you're stupid. Plebeians, all right? Lesser thans, lower intellect individuals, all right? Dumbasses. They do not think you're smart, okay? All they do, they mock you, man. We're from America. They mock you, man. And that's Canada, Germany, England. All right, all these different places. Those are some of your big allies right there. Those are some of your biggest ones, man. And now Trump's trying to dismantle the EU. Oh man, you know. And now these countries are saying what a fucking joke this country is, man. And you have people, we're gonna make America great again. No, you are absolutely dismantling this place. All right, piece by piece, and call all you how about Shemiao Shai for it, right? And these dumbass hillbilly inbred fucks are going right along with how he's gonna fix America by getting all these immigrants out. This country was built on the backs of immigrants, right? You wouldn't have anything without the transatlantic slave trades, all right? The transatlantic slave trade, you wouldn't have anything. You would have nothing. Look at how much money and wealth was generated from that, all right? The plantations. Go and look it up. I applaud. Please. Go and look it up. Anyway, let's let her talk a little bit more. Or him. I can't even tell what this thing is. Stephen Marsh. It looks like a weird lesbian woman, but here you go.
Are in the middle of dismantling their administrative state. And war is a test fundamentally of the strength of the administrative state. So I think you should take this about as seriously as you would take the
I love that. You should take them as seriously as you would take the ramblings of a crack addict on a subway. About America. I love that quote. Lord willing, I'll remember it. You should take America about as seriously as you would take the ramblings of a crack addict on a subway. That's how seriously you should take America. Let me scrub back a little bit. Here you go. Let me go back just one more bit. Here you go.
Administrative state. So I think you should take this about as seriously as you would take the ramblings of a crack addict on the subway. You pay attention to it and you get out of the way and you do what you can. But you know, this is not something to be treated like an actual, something to be thought about. It's just the ramblings of lunacy.
It's just the rambling of lunacy. Okay? Just the rambling of lunacy. So let's go ahead and get let's see a little bit more. I don't know if I'm gonna play the whole video, but let's see.
If just the psychological, I don't know what you want to call it, trauma maybe that it kind of inflicts on Canada, especially, never mind that, the economic turmoil that could be inflicted on this country. As of midnight, the 25% tariffs are repeating this call, repeating this threat, saying, hey.
Notice he said they're repeating this threat. That's all America is. All right. The epicenter of disembodied, empty threats, right? They ain't gonna do nothing. They're not gonna do it because they know if they did, that they would be fucked. Okay, they're not trying to rush their destruction. They're trying to postpone it, right?
All of this pain that you're suffering, Canadians, it can all be lifted if you become the 51st state. I just wonder about the wear and tear that it could have on Canadians.
Look, I actually think he's actually managed to make Canadians patriotic for the first time since I can remember. You have to remember, like you say, he's the president of the United States, but the United States is crumbling. Our institutions are falling apart, and who the United States is at this moment that's not a meaningful phrase. Like you really have to ask yourself, which America are you talking about? Which institutions are you talking about? Because they are not under the guidance of anyone, right? Like, are you actually talking about the U.S. military? Because whether they would do this is actually very, very unclear. And whether the president has the power to do any of that, all he can do right now is destroy. And, the American stock market is falling. Even the threat of this going into place has caused, inflation to raise its head. The American people, everyone who has caused gas prices to rise almost immediately. They can tolerate almost anything from their political class. War crimes, whatever, but increased gas prices, they go crazy. So it's just very important to understand that this is spoken from a position of profound weakness.
What do you make of,
So there you go. America is crumbling, and they're speaking from a place of profound weakness. And that's all I'm gonna leave on it. You can look it up on TikTok cringe. Just go to Google, type in TikTok cringe in case you're American and curious what's being said on Canadian media, and it should pop right up. Or you can look up, you can find these things. You can go to TikTok, a yella on my mind, and then that's at the bottom. You can see the TikTok, and they'll have it posted. So yeah, man, other countries know Babylon is falling, and I agree with pretty much everything that person said. right? It's crumbling, empty threats, it's weak. Which America are you talking about? It's weak, 70 years of failing wars. All right, it's not strong. This isn't World War I, World War II America we're talking about anymore, man. This is Vietnam and after, and they didn't win Vietnam. This is not good, okay? And Vietnam, that war started in I believe the 60s, right? So they've been on a losing streak for quite some time. They declared victory in the Middle East, but that shit, you know, they had to pull out. All right, they had to pull out of that place. Okay, and that only happened when Biden made that whole thing happen, right? And then even then, they had to dump millions, if not billions of dollars worth of American military equipment, right? That is now at the hands of Al-Qaeda and all these other terrorist organizations. So that doesn't sound much of a win to me. If I have all these bombs and guns and tanks and weapons and stuff, and I'm over here and I've been fighting them for years and years and years, and I can't eliminate the threat, and I finally said, fuck it, I give up and leave all of my weapons over there, all right, or a good substantial chunk of them, and come back, that doesn't sound like a victory to me. That sounds like, fuck, I'm not winning this. I'm not necessarily losing, but fuck, if I stay here, I might lose. I gotta get the fuck out of here. This is Galatians, this is Galatians 6 and 7. It says, "Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." And so this devil is sowing wickedness and getting, you know, bullying. Really, he's a big bully of the world, bullying his allies and being all this and being so all these things that he's putting out, he's going to get back. Okay, well, this country's weak. Their infrastructure's failing. All this stuff. Well, all those things you've always said about other countries, they're coming back on you now. All right, your military isn't as strong anymore. Your citizens are falling. Your citizens are confused. Your citizens are in control of a tyrannical government. Okay, all these things that you're doing are now. Hey, you've heard of that term? It comes from the Bible. You reap what you sow. All the things that they've reaped, all the things that they've sowed. All right, they're reaping, all right, and are going to reap even more so in the near future. And that's the state that we're at, man. These devils they're fucking falling apart, and it's hilarious. It is hilarious. Babylon is falling, okay? And it's at its crumbling stages. And it's only a matter of time before the beams split and it all comes crashing down. So again, be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. There you go. Well, we got to get 8. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. Of course, we use this a lot with scoffers and mockers, all right, and not being in the right spirit. But the fundamentals of that I'm using here is that you reap what you sow, all right, and that's a old saying. You reap what you sow. And I wanted to get the scripture where that terminology came from, where that saying came to be from, all right. So all those things you're sowing, that weirdness and confusion and evil, and you're putting this on that person, putting that on this person, now it's going to come back on you. So congratulations, E. You're American E. Because you got to realize the American Edomite is a different breed. It's a different flavor. Sure, it's a sucker all the same, but you have, you know, blue raspberry, green apple. All right, so yeah, Canadians are Edomites, Russians are Edomites, all right, Americans are Edomites, but they're all different flavors of suckers. They're all cousins and brothers and grandsons, but at the end of the day, same with the Amalekites, the 1948ers. They're all the same sucker, same brand, but they're a little bit different flavors. We got grape, we got strawberry, we got lime, we got orange, right? We got some different flavors, but at the end of the day, it's the same old sucker that it's always been. So let's go and get Revelation 17 and 16. This is Revelation 17 and 16, and this is really talking about how, you know, we're gonna get it. So let me go ahead and first get Vivaldi open here, and let's see if I can find it. So GMS 7 heads, 10 horns. It should pop up, Lord willing. Here it is. Kaloi Halbash Meow Shai. So you see it. The beast with 7 heads and 10 horns is NATO. Alright, and those, can I get a higher res? And the 7 heads represent the 7 governments or kingdoms ruled by Esau. Okay, you got America on top, the great whore, as referenced in Revelation 7:1. Then you have the full names of blasphemy. You got Germania Major, the Romans, the French, the Spanish, Germania Minor, the British, and the Greeks. Okay, and they've already severed ties with the British. They're fucking done, right? They're not. They're still working together. The elites are, but the citizens they've already backed out. And you can go over here and you can see it's not so good, but it talks about NATO. All right, being an acronym for the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It lists all the people in NATO. All right, NATO is the beast. Okay, that's the beast. All right, and the 10 horns up here, it can barely see it. They represent the European, the EU. All right, so, and they're all down here. You can see, can barely see them, but I know Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Spain, and Portugal, Ireland, and someone in West Germany. Belgium is up there too, number 1. I can't see England and Ireland, and then West Germany. So yeah, man, and so now that you know who those nations are, we can go and get Revelation, 17 and verse 16. It says, "And the 10 horns, okay, the 10 horns, the EU, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." Why? That they were friends. Well, 1, they're burning bridges, and 2, verse 17, "For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree to give their kingdoms unto the beast until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled." And that's the thing. They gave all this dominion over to Esau, Edom, the American Edomites, and they're getting pissed, man. They're getting shitted on and shitted on and shitted on. Ooh, I just shitted on them, right? That old song. But yeah, they just keep getting shit on and shit on and shit on. And after a while, you're like, what the fuck, man? Here it is, we're helping you all the goddamn time. You just keep on shitting on us, saying we're weak, we ain't this, we ain't that. We're your allies, man. How are you? What if I was your friend? What if I was friends with you? Picture this. I was friends with you. I said, yeah, you ain't shit. Man, you can't pull girls. You're ugly as fuck, man. You nasty-ass motherfucker. And you can't do nothing. You ain't good. You ain't got a good job. You stink. Your hair looks fucked up. I don't even like you, man. I never have liked you. I'm way better than you. I look better than you. I'm stronger than you. I get girls better than you. You'd be like, fuck you, man. I ain't down with you anymore, man. I'm gonna whoop your ass. Keep talking that shit. You ain't gonna be down with it. So how do you think these nations feel with that essentially being done to them over and over and over and over and over again? They're getting pissed the fuck off. As I would too. I'd be like, no, fuck you, man. You wanna keep doing that? Cool. We ain't friends no more. You do that with little kids. We ain't friends no more. You ain't my friend. Little kids get all mad, and that's what they throw. They'll throw that shit around to anybody. You're not my friend anymore. Okay, all right then. That's sad. Obadiah 1 and 4. What did I do here? Oh, typed I slack you. I'm on a bumpy road, so. Okay, Obadiah 4. It says, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars," the eagle, America, that's the eagle. "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord." But the Edomites, they don't think so. All right, the scripture, roughly paraphrasing, says, they believe their household their household should continue for generations. Let me go and see if I can find it. Oh man, how's it go? It goes, I can't remember. If a brother has it, please put it. Their houses shall continue for generation. Let me go and see. As a matter of fact, sorry, kid. Yeah. Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. They call their lands after their own names. Uh-oh. They call their lands after their own names. America was named after what? America Vespucci. America Vespucci. Wow. Got him with that one. Finally, Isaiah 13 and 19. Isaiah 13 and 19 reads, In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So, where's Sodom and Gomorrah on the map? Can you point it to me? Oh, nope, you can't. That's because it don't exist anymore. Other countries know Babylon is falling, but these Babylonian Edomites must not. I'm going to go ahead and close it out there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to say shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing, shalom.